Hey, did you know that color affects you? When you wear color, you bring forth that energy. It pulls it to the surface. So like red, and even having words. Having words is actually bringing forth the energy of its own. So when you wear color, you bring forth the energy. So red is a fiery energy. That's your root chakra. That comes up in the base of your like your right between your legs. So funny how I got locked on that. So, like the signs for that are Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries are those signs of the fire energy. Our sensory self is visual and smell. Those are our heightened senses in our senses in our body. So, and usually the addictive behaviors are alcohol, sex, compulsive, exercise, and anger. That's when you can tell when you have that chakra is blocked. When that chakra is blocked, you take on some form of those type of addictions. So color affects you. So when you bring color and you wear color, it brings attention to that color. So it's a great time for you to heal that chakra and unblock it. You can do this yourself by grounding in. Ground in and let the energy unblock you. Grounding and earthing unblock your energy centers. You don't have to go anywhere. Just ground in and just allow it to go away, and it will change you. Always. Nature heals you in every way. So the color orange. When you wear the color orange, it's your sacral. It's all about your spleen, your water. And the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And your heightened senses are taste and feelings. So your addictions are sugar, alcohol, and relationships. So when you're wearing orange that day, tap into that energy and just ground in your energy and unblock that chakra. You could feel when there's a block because it feels heavy, or when the block has been there for so long, that's when the addiction takes over. So if you wear like neutral colors like black and white, and I feel that a lot of companies had people wear a lot of black and white in a large, big corporations because it brings forth a neutral color. So their energies aren't running at a color that they're wearing, because you run at that energy. Truly, it heightens your chakra system completely. I will bring forward the rest of the colors and what they bring forward. Thank you. Hey, did you know that color affects you? Color brings forth its own frequency, and each color comes from a different chakra that you carry in your body. So, like green, and even the words that you wear have an energy and a frequency of their own, so they add to your energy. So, green is the heart chakra. It's the center of your chest. It's your air. So, the signs for that. Oh, there is no science for that. Okay. So actually, it's all about touch. So the heart is all about touch. And then the addictions to the heart is cigarettes and caretaking and relationships. That's where you have your difficulties in. So when you wear green, it brings forth that energy. So you can clear yourself, because if you have an addiction, the addiction takes form when the block has been there for so long. So if you have an addiction, you can clear yourself just by grounding. Just by grounding will clear you. Just sit in purpose and just allow it to fade away, and it will unblock that chakra. Truly, it will unblock that chakra. Also, I want to add that the heart, that is the highest expression of all the signs. So when you wear green, you bring forth the expression of all the signs, because astrologically we've been everything, so we've been all the signs. So your birth sign is where you're holding, but you can tap into all the signs that you are. Now, bringing forth yellow, that's your solar plex. And that is bringing forth, it's so funny because it says a fiery triangle. It's the ram. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And your heightened sensory is sight. and your addictions is food, caffeine, starches, and compulsive cleaning. So these chakras, once the addiction has taken place, it's just because you carried the block so long. So don't judge yourself. Just be aware that you carried that block that long, and that's how it's unfolded inside of you, just so you're aware of where you're at, because every addiction shows you where you're at. Every addiction. It's just you carried that energy for so long. So when you wear the energy of yellow, it really brings forth that solar plex energy where our source self comes from. So be aware how color affects your energy, because it truly does. And if you feel blocked in that energy, you can wear that color, ground in, and your body will naturally heal itself of that frequency of color. Truly, I so love. Hey, did you know that color has a frequency? And your body, when you wear color, matches that frequency, and that frequency goes to the chakra color of the color you're wearing. So blue is the throat chakra. Blue is the ether. So the ether that's out there, all you speak. So the signs for that is air, and it's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Your sensory self is heightened in hearing. So your addictions are cigarette smoking, running high, and nasal inhalers. Okay. Right? So when you have a blocked chakra in that area, those are more likely to be your addictions. It's just that you carried that block so long. Now the addiction has manifested itself. So the longer you've had that addiction is the longest that you've had that block. So you can release all your blocks in your chakras just by grounding. By wearing the color, you bring forth that frequency and ground in your energy, and it will heal you. Always. It will always heal you. Nature heals you always. So, and you can feel it unblocking immediately. So purple is the indigo, the third eye. So if you want to clear your third eye, you can do it just by grounding, putting your feet on ground, and it will unblock your third eye. It will actually decalcify it. Proof. There's proof out there in the scientific world that it'll decalcify it. And so, this area is your telepathic, your clairvoyant, your overview of your life. So if you have these type of addictions, which is you feel ungrounded, you feel like a spacey, you're not balanced in your body, that's usually because your third eye is blocked. So if you really notice that you're spacey at times, because your third eye can be open, but you can actually close it by just disconnecting. You disconnect from yourself and it will close your third eye. And you can do this. And once you learn how to work with the third eye, you will recognize when you disconnect. And it's beautiful because each one of us carries such a beautiful frequency in all of our chakras that it will show you where you're at. Your life will show you every time where you're at. So pay attention to the colors. What are you bringing forward? If you want to clear that negative energy, that blockage that's in one of your chakras, wear that color, ground, and let it go, and it will instantly unblock. It has to. Nature instantly goes to the negative energy in you and heals it instantly.